In this episode on the Innovation Show on Kazo Television, we visited Alice from the Eco Backyard Farm in Namugongo. In this episode, we shall learn how we can use the smallest space to farm and earn a living.
Hello, good evening everyone, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you may be watching us from. This is Alice from Eco Backyard Farm. Today we are introducing to you a new phenomena in farming. This is quail bird rearing. Yes, it's a new phenomena in poultry, whereby you rear very many birds in a very limited space. For example, where you can put 500 layer chicken, here you can rear 2,000 quail birds. That it can actually triple or times 5 of what you can rear the space where you can rear the chicken from. For example, if we come closer to this cage, as I open and you take a look, in here the space can accommodate more than 100 quail birds. As you can see, what we have here is around 80 birds, but it can accommodate more than that. Reason they are around 80, they are old. I'm already about to offlay them. True, you can see eggs there, but the birds are old. They were born in March 2023, and a few weeks from now they'll make 1 year, and a few 3 more months we shall offlay them. So this space, can you put even 100 layer chicken in such a small cage and you still be able to get the returns that you can get from such birds? No, it can never happen. It can never happen. We take a closer look at the general setup of our farm here. In here, for example, we have said it's enough for 100 birds. This seems like a small one. At the moment, it has 2 chambers, the upper chamber and the lower chamber. I guess it's visible enough to our viewers. It's capable of having 60 birds, a total of 60 birds. Honestly, my fellow farmers out there in poultry, can you have 30 laying chicken in such a small space? Yes, these birds love flying around. They love their space. So if you don't confine them in such cages, they'll fly away and find peace elsewhere out of your space, which is not properly gazetted for them. This one, I made it myself with my young boy who is in his senior fall vacation, and we decided to make it a little wider so that we can have many inside here. From the size we made, it can accommodate close to 150 birds. Especially if you just pick them from the brooder. Actually, I tested it. I picked 3 weeks old from a brooder, and I was able to fill it up with 200 birds, 3 weeks old birds. And as you can see, these are young birds. You can tell their feathers are still intact, unlike the other ones which we saw first in the first cage. The feathers are still intact, meaning that they are still young. They are just 5 weeks old and they've just started dropping their first egg.
These quail birds can be put in the smallest place. As most of the Ugandans are used to chicken poultry farming, Alice has turned her backyard into a harvesting ground. From quail eggs, manure, meat, and manufacturing of capsules from the quail eggs, quail bird farming is an option for Ugandans with limited space.
Here, this is how their trays look like, the trays which we keep in their eggs. They are made in such a way that you can cover them up and keep the eggs in here safe. For example, we can do egg collection right now because it's time for the eggs are already there in the cages. Pick your egg, and when you're putting eggs in the trays, there is a sharp pointed end and a round pointed end on the egg. The sharp pointed end, be mindful to make it face down. The reason for that we shall explain later in another video on how to take care of your eggs so that they can last longer in your house, in the shelves, without going bad. How best we keep these eggs in our trays, plastic trays. These plastic trays are available in our Ugandan market, but if you are a bigger farmer like me, if you have enough many eggs, if you produce many eggs, it's important to import yours. I import mine from Kenya because our factories, our plastic factories in Uganda, don't manufacture these plastic eggs. I don't know why. How I wish someone could come out there and create for us and produce for us these plastic trays and save us from taking money out of our country, Uganda. Buy Uganda, support Uganda. Thank you. See how we collect this manure. We collect manure on a daily basis. We clean up the droppings, which droppings we use in other gardens that we have around. We have flowers, we have vegetables, we have so many things. We have banana plantations, we have other bigger gardens outside here, and this is so important. So when you're designing the cages for these birds, you have to make sure that you design them in such a way that the droppings will go through from where the birds are staying through the cage, the mesh, the wire mesh, or the mesh you choose to use for the birds to step on. Because where they step is where they eat from, is where they drink from, is where they drop the eggs from, and is where they drop their droppings from. So the droppings have to go through these holes of the mesh and come down, go through and go down, which at the end of the day we sweep off and use them in our gardens, as you can see. For example, if you've swept a spade of such manure, it is important not to put it in your garden directly because it has high levels of toxins or chemicals, if I may say, that will burn up your crops. What we do, we put a spadeful of this here. Full of charcoal dust. And we get another spadeful of any black soil and mix in. Now the item that I've not added in is soil. Assuming I had another spadeful of soil, I'll mix in and allow this mixture to wait for at least a period of 1 week. Then I plant whatever I want to plant in this mixture. It is the best that you can give to your crops, whether vegetables, whether flowers, or anything that you choose to plant.
Thanks for watching the Innovator Show on Kazo Television. Make sure you subscribe, like, follow, and leave your comments down in the comment section so that we can always give you more innovators around Uganda, and you can be able to learn on how you can grow your business and grow yourself in different fields. So make sure that you share this video all over. And Kazo Television, nitwe twenyini.